Hello and a very good evening. This is Hugo Tan here. And once again, through this video, we have an important message that I hope you guys can help me to spread. You see, right before I started this video, I have a hard time coming out from the washroom because I have been repeatedly washing my hands again and again and again with soap and water. Is it because I'm trying to get it cleaner? Is it because I'm concerned about the current pandemic and the need to be more hygienic than usual? Is it I just came back from work outside or something like that? The answer is no. The reason why I repeatedly wash my hands is because I'm suffering from what you would call OCD, Obsessive Compulsive Disorder. To put it in layman's term, it means that this is actually a chronic and a long-lasting disorder where whoever that is suffering from it will have obsessive thoughts and compulsive behaviors in terms of certain habits or rituals that they feel the urge to do again and again in order to maintain their sense of calm and sanity. If you are watching this, have you ever wondered why is it so hard for people to talk about their mental illness versus their usual physical bodily illness? Why is that so? Why is it so that if you have a fever today and you fear that it could be a dengue or something more serious, or you need to take an MC, you know that you are going to go to your local clinic to get a diagnosis and to get the necessary treatment. But why is it that when you are suffering from depression, when you are suffering from a heartbreak, when you are suffering from anxiety disorder, just like me, in terms of OCD, why is it that people find it so tough and so hard to even talk about it, much less going to seek for the necessary experts to get it treated? Why is that so? How can we discriminate between our physical illness, our normal bodily illness versus our mental illness? Are we not clear that our mind and body are one? And when one part suffers, the other eventually comes together. It's a package deal. Why is that so? So before I go further, I just like to share with you, as you know, we have been working on an ASEAN level mental health initiative called You Are Not Alone. And we are so happy to share with you that in this coming 1st July 2020, we are going to invite the Secretary General of Youth Mental Health Coalition, Ms Ray Alyannah Lagasca, to join us in a very special session to kickstart this movement to normalize the conversation around mental health. We want to debunk and to break all this myth regarding mental illness. And we want to talk about the stories, the survivors, how they overcome it. We want to feature the experts and the survivors so that we too can inspire you, to give you the tips and the best practices that you yourself can get the necessary help that you need. I will put a link above or below here. Do make sure you check it out. And now, perhaps I can continue with my story. The story of how I beat OCD. You see, this started when I was very young, and I realized that I have this tendency to need to wash my hands so many times until sometimes, out of part rage, part anxiety, I even break a few tap, the water tap. So this is the kind of situation that you might encounter. And to your knowledge, this could be more common than what you think. There are people around you. You could have a manager that is very bossy, very controlling. he or she could be suffering from some sort of disorder. And there are people you realize who are clean freaks, who need to sanitize everything again and again. You never know. And you see that, are all these things a problem, or is it merely a symptom? For me, I believe it's a mix of both. But if you look at it clearly, when someone tries to lock the door again and again, try to make sure that all the boxes are aligned correctly, is it because they worry about proper protocols, or is it they worry about the security, or is it because there is an underlying problem? So many times we look at the fruits without considering the roots. The underlying problem could be some sort of anxiety disorder. And this affects us more common than we thought. It affects how you socialize. Some people have great anxiety among people. They have great anxiety on how to socialize with people. They would rather try to hide at home. And the crazy thing is, they always try to rationalize their decision on why it's such a great idea to stay at home, not to go to that party, go to that reunion, not to go to that gathering. You know, what would people say? What should I say to people to start a conversation? It could be a lack of skills. It could be that you are just being a normal human. You sometimes have doubts. Sometimes you have anxiety. Or you could have a really chronic anxiety problem. And there are also other people that they have so many negative thoughts in their heads, right? It's like every time they want to travel, what if this bad thing is going to happen? If I do this, what if this will happen? There are so many thoughts in their heads, very intrusive thoughts. These are some of the symptoms of people who suffer from OCD. And I'm just talking about one of many. Imagine how stressful would it be for themselves, because it drains so much of their energy to keep on thinking about all these potential situations that may or may not come to pass, and how it will affect the people around them. Imagine working with someone like this. Imagine working for someone like this. I've seen friends and acquaintances who never quite able to keep their OCD in check, like myself, who just let it wander for years and years. And it greatly cost them their relationships. It cost them business opportunities because of their inability to control themselves, much less to get themselves treated. So to sum up our sharing for today, if you would like me to talk more about OCD and how I actually beat OCD, and if you want more information, do check out the link I provide above or below here. You can check out our mental health initiative. We have a listening project. We have more live stream and workshops upcoming in order to help you with your symptoms, in order to help you to understand yourself better. Even if you are not suffering from any illness, I'm sure all of us wants to have better health. If you can take care of yourself, you can take care of your family around you. There is no shame talking about what you are suffering from, because treatment starts with acknowledgement. We got to send this message out. So with this, once again, thank you everyone for watching this video and for sharing this. And I will see you in the live stream, 1st July 2020. God bless and take care. This is HUGO.